Hey everyone. So, how do I look? Good? Nice. So, don't mind the mess in the background. I'm in my wife's apartment right now and you can just tell that it's a complete mess. Clothes everywhere, food, Uber Eats out, you know, clothing cleaner on the counter, the microwave is open. It's a mess, but I live here. So yeah, I want to make this video about why I bought a Rolex. So I bought a Submariner. I bought a Submariner reference 14060. It's a 1990 Submariner tritium dial, um, and tritium dials, and it's got a date on it, and it's overall a nice watch. I mean, it's very clean. The bezel has a tiny, tiny nick in it. You can't even see it with this camera, honestly. You can hardly see it with the naked eye. It's recently polished, unfortunately. It's got 11 links. It's overall a very solid watch. There's a nice cream color on all of the markers. No noticeable nicks. It's a very, very nice watch. It wears well. I really like them. I definitely like them more than the ceramic Submariners and more than the 41 millimeter ones. This one's a 40. So why did I buy a Rolex, right? Like, who what do I need a Rolex for? I mean, everyone has a cell phone, and cell phones are way more accurate than these watches. And what do I need to go ahead and spend $10,000 for on a Rolex? It doesn't really add any type of value to your life. I mean, you can tell time on a phone. It's honestly, sometimes it's scary wearing it because you have to realize you can't bump into things. You have to take it off when you're assembling furniture, and you might think to yourself, well, why would anyone want to buy a Rolex when they're thinking about all of these things that they can't do with it? Why would you want to limit your life such that if you buy something, you're essentially limiting certain things that you can do in your life because you're wearing it? Well, one of the reasons why I bought my Rolex was, I think, so I like pasta. I cook pasta fairly often, and the one thing I never really know in life is how long to cook your pasta for. Sometimes it'll say cook it for 9 minutes. Sometimes it'll cook it for 12 minutes. And it depends on the type of pasta that you have. Maybe you're not putting the water as hot as it should be, or there's not enough salt and the timing temperature kind of gets screwed up. So I usually just go with the number that's on the box and then take it and then kind of start from there. Use that as a starting point. And then when you get this number that's on the box, right, you have to look at your phone and you see 347. You can't see this because it's 347, and you think to yourself, okay, it says put it in for 12 minutes. So what's 347 plus 12? And you're thinking, okay, well, 347 plus 12. I did really, really good in 8th grade math, but that's not, somehow things aren't clicking. So 347 plus 12. So 347 plus 2 is 49, and plus 10. Okay, yeah, so 359. I'm going to look at my pasta, right? And by the time you're done doing all of that mental math, maybe 3 minutes will have passed, and you're stuck with 359. But then you get the pasta, you start to eat it at 359, and you realize that it's still al dente because you wasted 3 minutes just doing this computational math. And yeah, I mean, there's really a whole list of issues that you can come into when cooking pasta. So this is kind of the first reason why I bought a Rolex, right? Because it's the reason why I bought a Submariner. So the Submariner has a bezel on it, and the bezel it's specifically used for a diving watch. But let's be honest, modern problems require modern solutions. So how can you figure out this pasta issue? Well, a really great way is to say, okay, I know I need to cook this pasta for 12 minutes. So then what do? You just change the bezel to wherever the dial hand is, right? So I change the bezel to here, and then I know that in 12 minutes, it's going to be a little bit past the 10. And that's it. and I don't have to do any more of this, like, crazy math in my head. I don't have to waste times thinking about, what what 7 plus 12 is. And it's really difficult. I mean, everyone hates adding odd numbers. It's just no one likes that. It's, if you want to do 5 minutes, that's very easy. But then when you have to think about like what a 7 plus a 2 is, I mean, it's challenging to say the least. So yeah, this is where my Submariner comes in. It's just really great having something in, and being able to say, okay, well, when the big hand gets to the 12 mark, that's my pasta's done. No more setting an alarm on my phone. No more doing kind of like really complex math in my head. And that's one reason. So so yeah, and then I guess the second reason here too is baking, right? You can bake something in the oven, and you know where I'm going with this. Really, really, to sum it up, modern problems require modern solutions, and I think Rolexes specifically, Submariner specifically, are a great solution for those who enjoy making pasta and just want to figure out when my pasta is going to be ready. And the bezel aspect of the Submariner is just the perfect way to go. Everyone talks about GMTs and their functionality, and yeah, I can go into different time zones, but can you cook your pasta? You know, Figure out your priorities in life, and that's why I would highly recommend a Submariner.